Hey everybody, so we're recording a video right now because we're actually in the middle of watching the Microsoft E3 press conference, or the Xbox conference.
Yes.
And they've just announced something to do with Fallout 4, which we did not see coming.
I can never have called this one.
Check this out. Mods on Xbox.
Yes, console mods.
4.
Real console mods, not even like hacked ones.
No.
Actual, genuine, real console mods.
Todd Howard got up
One.
on stage, was talking all the stuff about Fallout, showed us some new gameplay, and then was like, I've been nagging the guys at Microsoft for ages, and finally they're doing it. Mods on Xbox One.
Yes.
Which is just crazy on so many levels.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, obviously you can see where the restrictions have been in the past.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of sense that they were never on there because, you know, they design a game very specifically for the way it needs to play on that hardware.
I mean, I always thought the problems were the potential of mods breaking your game. You know, on a PC you just reinstall. What about on a console like Xbox One?
Yes.
Maybe they'll go through a vetting process. I don't know. We don't know anything about it other than it will be on Xbox One, and therefore we assume not PlayStation 4, but we don't know.
Well, yeah, it's not been confirmed that it's not on PlayStation 4, but just the tone and the way it was sort of explained kind of suggests that
if it was
will
going to
be an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, sorry. If it was going to be in PS4, you reckon Todd would have announced it yesterday, the Bethesda one, and being like, it's on all consoles for mods.
Exactly, yeah.
But the fact that he didn't makes it think that it's just Xbox One, which is a huge win. Like, I don't think you should... Like, if you have the option of buying this, say you have both consoles, or say you're considering getting an extra console, that could be a deal breaker. That could be the one that changes your mind, or makes up your mind up, because you're like, okay, well, actually, I want to be able to play all this additional stuff, so I'll go for Fallout 4 on Xbox One.
Because I remember, you know, when we were modding Skyrim, there were loads of people who used to comment saying
every week,
like, I don't have a gaming PC, and I can't mod my game because, or how can I mod my game on console? And we had to keep writing back going, I'm really sorry, you can't do it.
Yeah.
So this is massive, but the questions that it got me asking, were, okay, the situation hasn't changed in terms of you have a game that's designed to run on a console, and the console has very, very specific hardware.
Yes.
You know, and that's why console games can look as good as they do on hardware that, you know, in a comparative PC may not sound all that powerful.
Yes.
So, will all mods be able to transfer over onto console? Because I don't think they can.
Well,
and I say that because of things like graphic mods, texture overhauls, things like that. They are super power hungry.
See, my answer for this, I think, might be, and I'm going to make a prediction here.
Yeah.
I reckon that this all ties into this Bethesda.net thing, right?
Okay.
I reckon that they are going to slack off the Steam Workshop for Fallout 4, and all modding is going to be done through Bethesda.net. Or maybe not all modding, but that's going to be their home for modding. And I reckon that mods you make in there will be the ones made, or maybe through there will be the ones that can come to Xbox. Because there has to be some sort of restriction on how they get on. Like, you can't just, you know, drag and drop files, right? There must be a process.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, like, it's not as if it's going to be through the Nexus Mod Manager. And
of course. Yeah,
there must be a way.
So you reckon that Bethesda.net is going to be like an app that runs on your Xbox, for example?
Yes,
it's going to have to be.
That's probably how it would be.
Because you're right. Like, obviously, Valve can't be there. So. Unless there's an entire like sub menu that they build into the game for Xbox that says, you know, let's browse the mods store, you know, on that game or on the Xbox version of the game.
No, I reckon that's exactly what it will be. Yeah.
Yeah. So I imagine the kind of mods we're likely to see then are going to be, you know, story enhancing mods, a couple of gameplay mods, maybe some physics mods. Do you reckon? I wonder how much they'll let you mess with the core, like the base game, while it's still sort of, you know...
I mean, I guess the architecture, right, of the Xbox One and the PC are not that dissimilar, right? I mean, I'm guessing that's the reason that this is able to happen at all, is because in this generation it's not closed off in the same way as the Xbox 360 was. So maybe it's actually more open to opportunity than we realized. Now, I'm assuming, obviously, some things will be not possible. I mean, take EMBs, right?
Yes.
For an EMB to run, you had to download that executable, whatever it was, from Vorontsov.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and then
it changes it was something to do with DirectX.
Yeah, well, it messes with Direct. Well, it's just a new way of processing DirectX.
Right. Okay.
So there's that, and all the mods were just like shaders and sort of interpretations of his base mod. So that probably can't move over, especially because of how power hungry it is.
Yes.
The other one is, say, things like script extenders. I wonder if they can go across.
Ooh, yeah.
So
like Sky UI,
they
right?
give you greater control over the root, like the core mechanics of the game. So it allows you to dig deeper into making adjustments. But I wonder if those are the ones where they're going to sort of be a bit cautious.
It's very interesting.
Because the other thing is as well that, on Windows, I guess they're pretty casual on exactly what makes it on as a mod. Of course, on Xbox, maybe they might be a bit more restrictive of saying like, well, maybe I don't want a character that you can play as Ratchet and Clank or, or Little Big Planet characters or something like that.
At the time we brought Sonic into Skyrim and killed him.
Oh well,
and
yeah,
that could never, and then the mod got removed for copyright. So like copyright is going to be,
yeah,
it's going to be a bit of a Wild West. I think it's very unlike Microsoft. I gotta say, to be this open to something that could put them at risk in terms of things like copyright.
It's very encouraging, though.
It makes me think that it must be something that's wrapped up within something that they control, like Bethesda.net. It's the only way I can imagine it working. But I don't know, it's going to be really exciting to see.
It's really nice because it's just further proving Bethesda's sort of commitment to supporting its community, which we've seen all through the past with Skyrim. Of course, the whole issue with paid mods, how that was all handled, and it's just really encouraging to see that actually that's the first time they've even spoken officially about mods. It's all just been hinted at until this point.
In terms of Fallout.
In terms of Fallout,
yes.
So,
right.
no, it's nice to know that they're saying, okay, well, that...
Not only is modding going to be
this?
supported, but it's going to be on Xbox One as well.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that maybe it was like going to be a separate modding tool to mod one onto. But he did say actually specifically it's the same mods
that
come
you can
from
copy
PC.
the mods across.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Okay.
That was his wording, which is crazy. So anyway, that's our initial thoughts on what it will mean. I mean, as you can see, we're thinking about it still, and we're still having new thoughts about it. But let us know what you think. I mean, does this make you excited to to get Fallout on a console or on Xbox One?
Yep.
Do you think we'll hear something similar at the Sony announcement? Maybe by the time you watch this, we'll already know. I'm guessing no.
I'd like to know if it's changed the console that you were planning on buying the game for.
That's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
That's why this is such a big gimme for such a big success, I think, for Microsoft that they've managed to nab this.
Yes, it is. It's one of the few things that PC really had its hands on that no console could touch for all the reasons we just explained. Yeah. And it's frustrating for us as well because we just recorded a whole video piece.
We recorded 2 videos before this. You're gonna watch this one first because it's the most important. But by the time you watch this, we may have other videos up. One all about what we want to see for mods in Fallout 4. Bear in mind when we record that we didn't know this piece of news.
No.
And also this also impacts our other video, which was all about paid mods.
Yes, of course.
So, because I was making the argument that I think I'm not supporting them, but I do think that paid mods will come back, and this further adds another wrinkle to that whole story. Like, if the mods are on Xbox One, I mean, maybe only the ones that can be transferred across are going to be buyable. Oh god, I don't even know.
I don't know. We got to rethink everything.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think what we said earlier is still
it's still valid. In fact, if you haven't watched those videos, you should go watch them if they're live.
If they're not there yet, they will be there soon.
Yes, they will. But it's massive. It's great to see that it can be done.
It's literally the most exciting piece of news I've ever heard from an E3. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is huge. This is massive.
It is massive
for us because mods are what we do and what we know and what we like to showcase.
Exactly.
The fact that we could do video based on a console mods and bring in all that creativity to console players, which remember is a much larger audience.
It is, yes, and that's the other thing.
Cool.
So. I mean, fair play to both of them because they've had this community for a long time, the PC modding community, often quite a hardcore and at first quite intimidating, not because they're intimidating people, but just because the kind of the context of the of modding and messing around with your machine to get it to sort of break the game in some ways.
There's a barrier for entry.
Certainly, right? And so now they're introducing all of these new members to the community.
Like, hey, come play in this
and it's going to be great.
world that we make. It's super cool. That's what we think anyway. Let us know what you think. You can leave us a comment, obviously, down below on our YouTube channel, which is CamAndSeb. You know that because you're watching this video here, I imagine. You can also let us know your thoughts over Twitter.
Yes.
I'm at CamFrazRob.
And I'm at ReadySebbyGo. And don't forget to do the wonderful YouTube things that massively help us out.
The comment and subscribe.
Comment and subscribe. I am going to get used to saying that and not,
one day.
Not sort of die a little inside.
Day.
It's okay.
I mean, just to give you an idea of how, on it we are, the Microsoft press conference is still going on.
Yeah.
As we're recording this
I can see it
now.
wrapping up.
Yeah, it's just finishing. But that's how keen we were to make this video. Anyway, guys, we will see you soon. There'll be, as we say, 2 more Fallout 4 videos on our channel over the next few days. Make sure you check them out. Let us know your thoughts on them. And come back for more CamAndSeb videos.